Hello MotoGP fans, welcome back to GP Today. As Alex Márquez cements himself among MotoGP's elite, he's also navigating an extraordinary brotherly rivalry, one marked by shared triumphs, tense on-track moments, and deeply personal challenges. In a candid chat with TNT Sports after the British Grand Prix, Alex opened up about family pride, his first MotoGP win at Jerez, and witnessing Marc's battle through injury and pain. After two non-Ducati wins in a row, some voices in paddock punditry have declared the GP25 not working. But a closer look at the stats reveals a very different story. Ducati still dominates MotoGP, with commanding leads in wins, podiums, and team standings. Let's unpack why claims of a Ducati slump are, frankly, laughable. Aprilia's first win of 2025 came at the perfect moment. Marco Bezzecchi's stunning Silverstone triumph not only lifted team spirits but also offered a turning point in the saga surrounding Jorge Martin. With Martin sidelined by injuries and contract tensions bubbling, CEO Massimo Rivola spoke candidly about patience, empathy, and the path forward once Martinetta returns to Noali. Fabio Quartararo has rediscovered his qualifying fire, 3 consecutive poles from Jerez to Silverstone. But the long-sought race win still eludes him. In a frank chat on Diezien's pole position with Paul Espargaro, the Frenchman laid bare his thoughts on Yamaha's recovery, the Tour de Sandher engine hunt, his controversial contract extension, and why he's running out of patience. Don't forget to click subscribe button and the bell icon for MotoGP news update. Seeing two Marquez brothers at the sharp end of the standings, Alex second and Marc first, has been a dream for their parents. Alex believes the bond they share means more to Julia and Rosa Marquez than any trophy cabinet. Alex's maiden victory at Jerez wasn't just a career milestone, it was a family celebration. With thousands of Spanish fans roaring and his parents in the stands, the win was incredible. I think it's nicer for a father and mother to see that both siblings are helping each other and have a really close relationship than having seen them win in MotoGP. If you asked me where you want to win your first MotoGP race? Jerez. I will always answer Jerez because the feeling there is different, Alex Márquez said. Crashes test every rider's resilience, but for Alex, the first thought is always, where's Marc? The fear is personal, not just professional. Alex was by Marc's side through the 2020 Jerez crash and the grueling years that followed. Constant media scrutiny added pressure, but nothing compared to watching his brother endure daily pain. When there's a red flag or something, the first thing you check is what bike it is. If I see him, it changes everything. In 2021 and 2022, he was living with a lot of pain every day. He was like a different person. That moment wasn't easy. When Marc faced a fourth operation in 2022, Alex urged him to choose quality of life over immediate championship returns. It was the hardest and most loving advice he'd ever given. Both brothers found new energy with Ducati machinery, Alex at Gresini, Marc later following suit. Seeing Alex rediscover his joy on the RSGP convinced Marc that happiness on track was within reach. I was the first to say, do it, because you can't live like this. You'll lose half a year, but win everything for the rest of your life. He's not stupid. He saw how I got my smile back at Gresini. I'm the first one who wants to see him happy, enjoying the races. With 2026 plans still open, Alex is focused on the here and now, fine-tuning his craft, chasing wins, and battling his brother, and the rest of the grid, to the flag. Next year I'll be at Gresini. I want to fight with Marc, with Pecco, with all the top riders. I know I still have a lot to improve and a lot to learn. From heartfelt family bonds to fierce on-track duels, the Marquez story this season is as much about brotherhood as it is about speed. As Alex and Marc continue their parallel quests, one for a maiden title, the other to reclaim glory, The paddock watches eagerly, knowing that when the Marquez brothers collide, MotoGP history is made. Yes, Johann Zarco's Rainmaster performance at Le Mans and Marco Bezzecchi's soft tire masterclass on the Aprilia-friendly Silverstone layout broke Ducati's 23-race win streak. But context matters. Both victories came under exceptional conditions where tire choice and weather trumps pure machinery. After 7 rounds, including 7 sprints and 7 Grands Prix, Ducati leads the constructors' standings with 245 points. Honda trails in distant second with just 110 points, less than half Ducati's haul. That dominance undercuts any narrative of a bike in crisis. In the team championship, Ducati machines occupy the top 3 slots. Ducati Lenovo, 320 points. Gresini Ducati, 228 points. VR46 Racing, 186 points. The first non-Ducati squad, LCR Honda, sits fourth with 97 points, testament to the sustained strength of the Borgo Panigale machines. Across 14 races so far, Ducati has claimed 12 victories, with only Honda and Aprilia spoiling the party once each. On the podium ledger, Ducati riders have amassed 38 podiums, compared to Honda's 2, Yamaha and Aprilia's 1 apiece, and KTM still searching for its first. Critics argue Ducati's success hinges on Marc Marquez, who boasts 12 of those 38 podiums, 31.6%. But even subtracting his results, Ducati's other riders have delivered 26 podiums, far outpacing every rival brand. Compare that to Yamaha, whose podium stock flows exclusively through Fabio Quartararo. Pecco Bagnaia has publicly voiced concerns over the GP25's feel, yet his teammate Marc Marquez leads the standings with 6 sprint wins and 3 Grand Prix triumphs. If the bike were truly flawed, it wouldn't showcase such consistency across riders and teams. Sure, concessions have helped Honda and Yamaha regain footing, but they remain firmly in Ducati's slipstream. In 2025, you still need a Ducati to be world champion. So let's abandon the doom and gloom talk. Ducati still fields the best bikes on the grid. As for Bagnaia, his destiny is to match machines with Marquez and the rest, proving that even on a perfect Ducati, performance comes down to rider and mindset. Hired as reigning world champion, Jorge Martin has been beset by misfortune in his first year at Aprilia. 3 injuries in 7 rounds have allowed him only 1 start so far. On top of that, he's grappled with a performance clause that sparked talk of an early exit. Into that vacuum stepped Marco Bezzecchi, who rebounded from 19th in the sprint to finish 4th on Saturday, then led wire-to-wire on Sunday, stretching out a 4-second advantage. It was Aprilia's long-awaited confirmation that the RSGP can win at the sharp end. When he comes back, we'll rebuild trust. Our mission is to have a bike ready to win, so he finds a winning machine. Today we proved the bike can win, but we need to do it more often, Massimo Rivola said. Rivola emphasized that Martin's time off track has been more than physical, it's emotional. Hospital stays and recovery cause suffering that no one can understand, he said, underscoring the team's respect for Martin's ordeal. Between Malaysia, Qatar, and Thailand, Rivola admitted he's suffered just as much as Martin has, likening the series of setbacks to a detective novel's twists, unimaginable but all too real. The only remedy now, he insists, is focused forward momentum. Riders should be on the bike, not in a hospital bed. Suffering like that is part of the game, but we must respect it. It would have been impossible to imagine even if you were writing a detective story. While Silverstone brought joy, Rivola cautioned against overreaction. He noted that the team had shown competitive pace since FP1. Marco could have been a podium contender in qualifying, and that luck, like Fabio Quartararo's late DNF, also played its part. One swallow doesn't make a summer, but we proved we're on the right path, first to ourselves. Beyond results, Bezzecchi's winter-long development work and unflagging motivation have galvanized the Noali factory. His post-race video urging the factory to keep pushing was a reminder of the responsibility he carries and the positive energy he spreads. Rivalry also spotlighted new technical director Fabiano Sterlachini, whose arrival had yet to yield podiums until Silverstone. He made a point of accompanying Bezzecchi onto the podium to acknowledge Sterlachini's contribution. When you feel that help and responsibility, it's a great motivation. I'm particularly happy for Fabiano. He deserves this after all the hard work since joining. Aprilia's points haul now places them on the cusp of summer concessions relief, potentially unlocking private tests, engine freedom, and aero approvals. While the current development plan remains unchanged, expanded testing could accelerate progress. Today's result shifts the picture. Concessions could be in our favor, helping development and testing. Aprilia's Silverstone win was a moment of triumph, but more importantly, it was proof of concept for a team in recovery. As Marco Bezzecchi basks in the victory glow and Jorge Martin fights to return, Aprilia's focus remains steadfast. Deliver a winning bike and, when their champion comes back, rebuild the trust that will carry them into Misano and beyond. Since Qatar, Yamaha has minimized chassis changes, focusing instead on refining electronic mapping. The result? Quartararo feels much smoother electronics that allow him to feel really good on a single lap, playing to his front-end confidence and qualifying prowess. My strong suit has always been making time on one lap. With this bike, we can always go a little further, Fabio Quartararo said. Yamaha's 2025 upgrades have been methodical, a fresh engine tested at Jerez, another slated post-Aragon, and various aero and chassis tweaks. Yet Quartararo stresses that the new V4 won't appear until the regulations change. For now, the focus remains on squeezing performance from the inline 4. We didn't test any engine at Misano. We'll test another one after Aragon. We've tried different aerodynamics and chassis settings, but nothing new about the engine yet. In a nod to Yamaha's evolving culture, Quartararo praises the blend of Japanese efficiency with European speed. He says local staff have embraced a faster, if something works, they add it mentality, signaling a radical shift in Yamaha's development ethos. Working with the Japanese has always been good, sometimes too slow. But now, if something works, they add it. This has been a radical change. Quartararo surprised many by signing a contract extension with Yamaha, a decision he partly credits to financial factors, but also to faith in the project. He admits 2023 was a very tough year mentally, but says improved feedback skills and anger management have brought stability. For me, the project has always been number one. The financial aspect weighed on me, but seeing the investment now, I want to get back on top with this brand. Despite his loyalty, Quartararo issues a clear ultimatum. If Yamaha's resurgence falters, he won't hesitate to jump to a ready-made package. With the 2027 regulation overhaul looming, he insists there's no time to waste on an uncompetitive bike. I believe in this project, but if it doesn't work, I'll go to one that's already ready. I don't have more time. I want to be on a bike that's competitive from the start. Quartz's candid remarks underscore the tension between patience and pragmatism. Yamaha's partial revival has flirted with success, but for El Diablo, only a return to victory will keep him in blue. As the season unfolds, and the 2027 rules loom, Yamaha must deliver, or risk losing their top rider to greener pastures. Thanks for watching GP Today, and this is your MotoGP news update. And see you next time!